Welcome guys and girls back to Assassin's Creed. Huge, for lack of a better term, picture of Elector. And we are on a day off from work, which means we have nothing to stop us from doing a several behind Alexios, Cassandra, and their fight going on. But let's make our way into Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Checking for additional content. Now that does mean that we have some additional content. I have the case from the Medusa's pack right here. I don't know if you guys will actually see it because it is a little bit on the dark side in here today, and obviously still waiting for our lights and everything. This is the additional mission, the Blind King. So we have that. We also have from the Medusa's pack the Assassin's Creed Odyssey, a mega pack digital content. Again, just cover the code up. So as you guys can see, that is just there as well. I will leave pictures up in regards to this, because we are going to be doing quite a lot in regards to Assassin's Creed. As you guys know, it is one of the main franchises that I do love, and obviously we have this as well, which is part of the Secrets of Greece Season Pass exclusive request. And obviously, as you can see, it shows Legacy of the First Blade and also the face of Atlantis. So we will also be doing this on this channel as well. So, with that being said, let's get into Assassin's Creed Odyssey. So as you guys can see, we have obviously our audio and language pack. Continue playing while it downloads in the background. You will be notified when the download is completed. So select English, which will be somewhere around about there. But I normally find it's quite easy if you just increase the brightness just a little bit to pick up a few additional items outside of your normal scope of vision. As you guys can also see, we are into an identical opening screen as we would normally be with Assassin's Creed Origins, which is the same layout. We also have the store, the options, and obviously Ubisoft. So, just going to take a very quick look through these settings and just make sure that everything that we need is on. Obviously, because we are live streaming this directly to YouTube, they don't like things to be too graphic and too adult, which is one of the reasons why we don't do things like Grand Theft Auto on here as of yet. But actually, as you can see, I think everything we want is actually on. Now we can get a copyright strike on the video itself for music. That is played from within the game itself. So I am just going to turn that off. Audio dynamic range full, music frequency low, high. Just cooldown time before exploration music triggers. Selecting low will make the exploration music play less often, and high will make the exploration music play more often. Well, we turn the music off, so. Then we have our main language, everything is set to English. We have our subtitles on so you guys can read along. Subtitle size, small or regular. And obviously the control systems, which it's going to be fun trying to work out ourselves. So that is everything with that done, and next we have the option of starting our new game. Wow. And as you guys can see here, we still have that cough. Now we are setting up for a several hour long live stream, if I get my words out. And as you guys can probably hear, there is some barking in the background, which is one of the parents' dogs, so I'm going to go sort him out, and we will be right back with you momentarily.
We are ready, my king.
Tell me, Vinekis, have you ever gone fishing with your son?
No, never. A soldier's life is all I've had the honor to know.
I would have liked to have gone fishing with my son. But now... let us meet our fate, shall we?
Right, so as you can see, we have Leonidas. Wow. It's so warm in this house.
Every drop of blood, sweat, and tear, all of it has led to where you stand right now. The Persians come to make slaves of us all. I have a better idea. I say we drench the gods with their blood! What say you, Spartans? For our sons! For our daughters! For Sparta!
And as you can see, jumping straight into a war. Considering the game is set during the Spartan and Persian War, and I can't remember who it was off the top of my head. As you can see, the mighty Leonidas. Now, as you see, R1 to do a light attack. These guys look like they're like level 40. No idea what is actually the lock button, if there is one. So that would be interesting to find out. A couple of very quick hits, definitely feeling a lot of damage. Definitely a completely new attack system has been reworked for Assassin's Creed Odyssey. another one down. And as you see, it definitely takes quite a few of these guys down. Some of them easier than others. Trying to make a beeline for it. Outway obviously getting in the way. That's it. There isn't any, as you can see, real direction on where to go with regards to this fight. It's just basically kill as many people as you can see as quickly as possible. And as you can see, one of the big guys that we were fighting a minute ago, looks like we are now into another area.
Puny Spartan! I'll bring Xerxes your head! Come and get it!
R3 breaks up. As you can see, I'm not one for wanting to dodge. I will normally take the hits all day long.
More of a warrior than you! Once I'm done with you, King, all of Sparta's sons will be slaves for Xerxes! Sparta's sons would rather die! That can be arranged!
And there is another one of the attacks.
No match for
holding
a Spartan!
L1 and obviously giving you that option of triangle, circle, square and X. So each one of those is going to be extremely useful, and as you can see there is an L1 and also an L2 option as well. So it looks like we have won this part of the war, and as you can see, trophy earned straight out of the film 300. This is Sparta, and this is a cup of coffee which I desperately need today.
We are betrayed, my king. Xerxes knows of the path behind the mountain. They're coming.
By dawn, we will be completely surrounded.
We are Spartans. When are we not?
Spartans. That word will mean nothing. Xerxes wipes your bloodline from the face of...
You were saying?
Today was a day the Persians will never forget. Tomorrow is a day the world will remember.
And not a truer word was spoken. So,
Finally.
as you can see, we have Layla. And as you can see,
Wow.
she has found
This is big, Layla. Did you really think it's the spear?
This is the
the
one.
Spear of Leonidas.
The book was almost right on top of it. I've never been so lucky in my life. Okay.
Now we know
Start her
Layla was
Are you sure we can trust this thing?
A
I mean,
Templar
the book could
agent.
be...
Just started, Victoria.
You're the boss. I'll prep it for you.
and obviously in a new location and not an Egyptian tomb with Bayek.
Okay, so worth noting, I've made some changes since you were last in here.
There's no keeping up with the tech industry these days.
I can crank up the simulation to maximum sensory synchronization if you're up for it.
So as you can see, now we are going to choose our difficulty. Players focusing on the story or who are not very familiar with RPG mechanics, you won't need to be careful how you choose and upgrade your abilities and gear to be efficient. Normal standard experience for players who are familiar with RPG mechanics, being careful how you choose and upgrade your abilities and gear is important to remain efficient across the game. Then we move to hard, for players looking for a challenge who are also experts with RPG mechanics, optimizing how you choose your upgrades in regards to your abilities and gear is mandatory to remain efficient across the game. And then we have nightmare. You like pain? This'll hurt. If you come out from the other side, you'll be a champion. You can change the difficulty level at any time in the pause menu. So we are going to start off like we do all games that give us a selection of difficulty levels.
Let's take this one step at a time.
Understood.
If
you're looking for something a little more intense, I can always adjust the settings for you later. This bit will let me know how much information will be fed to you during your time in the Animus.
So guided mode, a more traditional experience. Markers are displayed at all times. The quest objectives are given to you automatically. And exploration mode, a new approach to play style. The user must investigate the world to uncover targets and quest objectives. This is the way Assassin's Creed Odyssey is meant to be experienced. So considering that this is set 400 years at least before Assassin's Creed Origins, there is really no style or way that the Assassin Brotherhood itself is set up, because it's not even been created yet. So, do we go for the guided mode like we have for all Assassin's Creed games, or do we go for the exploration mode? Well, as you guys would have seen with regards to the guided mode, the options do appear as you've seen through Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, Assassin's Creed 2, Brotherhood, Revelations, all of the Assassin's Creed games so far. But you still have that exploration mode inside. So it's not going to hurt.
Give me as much information as you got. There's no way I'm going in there without some guidance.
Glad to help. You can always change your mind later. Listen, Layla, before you go off.
If this book is right, this spear, this story, will change everything.
You're putting a lot of faith in a fairly unreliable source. Historian or not, this guy wrote about magical objects and the will of the gods.
He's not Homer. Herodotus was the first recorded historian, so there's a lot more truth in that text than you think. I mean, what better way is there of finding Isu artifacts than by trusting in the guy who claimed to meet an actual descendant?
I know, but
I need you to trust me. You could be right. This spear, this book, it could all be crap. But something tells me it isn't, and I'm certainly not gonna let Abstergo find out first.
You're right. We haven't got much to lose anyway. There's just one small problem.
What is it?
This manuscript is in rough condition, to say the least. The DNA found on the spear has identified 2 different individuals. You're going to have to pick which strand of DNA to pursue. The choice is yours.
So as you can see, we have Cassandra and we have Alexios. The first time in an Assassin's Creed game where you can actually choose your protagonist. A lot of people are going to play, and I've seen the polls in regards to this, as Alexios. It's each to their own. I was tempted to play as Alexios, but I'm actually going to play as Cassandra for the first playthrough, because obviously there are different options, different tasks and things that are going to come up for each person, and obviously as you've seen we've had quite a set of options already.
She'll help us find what we're looking for.
So
I have a good feeling about this.
Alright, boss. We're finally good to go. 431 BCE,
wow.
Here we come!
The start of the Peloponnesian War.
Good luck in there. No pressure or anything, but we're all depending on you.
Abstergo isn't gonna win this time. If what the book says is true and we do actually find the artifact, the assassins will finally have a chance to rise again.
You can do it!
Oh, and Victoria? Read the book. It holds the secrets I won't be able to find on my own when I'm in there.
Aye, aye, Captain.
So, you have many save slots. Make use of them if you have the need to. And as you can see, and hear, the game itself is loading. And if you guys will remember all the way back to the end of Assassin's Creed Revelations, there was an Assassin's Creed mark that we have never seen before. And that's actually the icon you will see in this game. So, 431 BCE, Kefalonia in Greece. And we have our eagle back again. Another little Senu. And as we fly over the world, a lot of it is going to look very similar to Assassin's Creed 3. Some of the buildings we've seen just now are very similar to those from Assassin's Creed Origins. And with the wolves, Romulus and Remus from Assassin's Creed 2. The boat and the sailing options from Assassin's Creed Origins, and also Assassin's Creed 3 and Assassin's Creed Black Flag, and also Assassin's Creed Rogue. And as you see, here we are, and here is Cassandra. Holding the spear of Leonidas.
Hey! Shitface! Get down here!
Well, that's nice, speaking to a lady.
Cyclops got a message for you.
Tell your boss he can stick it.
That's for last week!
Malaka!
It's a woman. And gives her a bloody nose.
The Cyclops said you like to act tough, so act tough!
Get a little closer, and I will.
You know by now. The Cyclops always collects his debts.
So as you can see, a very quick series of attacks. We are at level 1. And these guys are at level 1 too, and easily dealt with. So as you saw, R3 to lock on, L1 and R1 to the PS4.
This shit happens every week.
To actually parry that attack away.
Doing this.
And as you can see, our eagle is back.
Nah. Thanks for the warning. Oh.
And along comes the child, and we
What
have
happened
a
to
bloody
you?
nose.
It's nothing, Phoebe. All taken care of now.
The Cyclops again, huh? Hasn't he learned his lesson yet?
Apparently not. Of course. Help yourself.
You hungry too, Icarus?
And as you can see, not Senu this time, but Icarus.
Do you think Zeus would bless me with an ego like he blessed you, Cassandra? Maybe you could ask him for me.
And as you can see, the first of many options that come with the actual storyline itself. Not this again, or I'll ask Zeus for you.
I'll try to put in a good word for you.
Finally.
So, what are you doing here?
Oh, I almost forgot. Marcos is looking for you.
What does that weasel want now?
Don't know. He wants you to meet him at his new house. On his vineyard.
What? A vineyard? Malaka.
It's on the road to Sami. He says wine will make him rich.
So, as you can see, how long has Marcus owned, or has Marcus had a vineyard? We're on the road to Sami, and the one that is indicated to be taken, I'll go find him. And that's probably the one that's going to allow us straight into the open world system and actually have a little look. We get a little bit more information.
Since when has he had a vineyard?
Yesterday, I think.
So, Marcos, who owes me drachmi, is buying vineyards. With what money?
I don't know.
Where can I find Marcus's new,
beautiful estate?
You know the statue of Zeus on Mount Ainos? It's south of that.
So as you can see, this option is now indicated as being the one that would allow us directly through. The other two options have provided us with, as you can see, more information.
Well, I guess I owe Marcos a little visit. Thank you, Phoebe.
I'll go tell Marcos you're coming.
Oh, and look who wakes up now. So, your choices you make will have impacts both seen and unseen. Consider your options carefully, as some affect the story and are permanent. Now, as you can see, we are given 4 options. Obviously, we have love, we have what looks like to be discipline and or justice. One is fighting and one is to obviously progress. So get out of there or you're dead, which is obviously the not the way, shall we say, of the Assassin Brotherhood as we have come to know it. So
Fun's over. Tell that one-eyed freak if he ever sends you here again, I'm gonna cut out his other eye and feed it to my bird. I'll see Marcos as soon as I'm dressed.
So as you can see, still with this very annoying
I'll
car.
have to go up top to get dressed.
So hold X to climb, but as you can see, in this little house, no stairs. I am just trying to see if there is anything, obviously, Origins. It looks like it is just the X button just to enable the free run options. The movement is a little bit clumsy. The climbing is extremely easy, just like it was with Bayek. So now we have to equip the gear. So as you can see, this is where we are, Kefalonia, level 1 to 5. As you can see, indicated, if we actually zoom in a little bit, or out, by obviously the little marker just here. And there are quite a few of these around the map, just like there was with Assassin's Creed Origins. So, Lokris, Spartan leadership, undiscovered leader. And it looks like it is pretty well fortified. So as we move around, as you can see, we move to different areas with different amounts of fortification. Athenian leadership, Attica, Corintha. Is again anything that is, by the looks of it, marked in blue is going to be fortified or run by the Athenian leadership. Anything in orange is going to be Spartan. So as you can see, quite a few Spartan areas and quite a few Athenian areas are actually on this extremely huge map. This map I would actually say is quite easily twice the size, or if not 2.5 to 3 times the size of the one from Assassin's Creed Origins, which was huge. So as you can see, another day, another Drachmae. Collapse a quest, press X, and Odyssey quest, keep your gear, which allows us to untrack on the quest system itself. As you can see, we also have the options, just like we did with Assassin's Creed Origins. Down the side we have, by the looks of it, 1 Drachmae just here. Used to buy items in shops, the Drachmae coin is stamped with an eagle of Zeus and is commonly found on bandits. And just like we did with Assassin's Creed Origins, soft leather, iron, metal, wood, olive wood to be precise, ancient tablets, obsidian glass, precious gems. And then to our inventory. So as you can see, we have an option here of another slot. We have here a bandit sword, required level 1, 14 DPS. So let's have a little look. What do we have? Engraving list. Browse locked and unlocked engravings from this list. Visit a blacksmith to engrave gear and weapons with these perks. So as you can see at the moment, there are absolutely none that we can access for melee weapons, for bows, head, arms, torso, waist and legs. We then have obviously our craft arrows, so we can hold normal, and as you can see there are several different options here. We also have indications for a hunter damage, a warrior damage and an assassin damage, and obviously our armor little value just here. We have options of a second bow just here. Obviously engraving list, as we mentioned, browse the bag. So this will allow us to obviously browse what we have. It may be a faithful bow, but it's also a broken bow that needs fixing. So there is nothing we can do with that at the moment. We can quite obviously see that that is in our bag. We then have obviously our armor. So Mythorius tunic, armor of 6. And as you can see it gives +4 warrior damage. Go to the blacksmith to engrave. So we are going to stick that on, and as you can see Cassandra now has this thrown across the shoulders, a bit like the spalders and the chest armor from Assassin's Creed 2. And it actually runs all the way behind her, to which her little quiver is attached, and obviously drops down into the sword sheath just there. We then obviously have the Mythorius belt, and as we stick it on, as you can see, given a little bit of protection just above the potential soft parts of the area around the waist, or just below the waist along the hip line there. And that is pretty much it for armor at this moment in time. So, and as you can see, we now have a deer. Now, Marcus bought a new vineyard on Kefalonia. He is in the southern part of Mount Enos. So, as you can see, by pressing up on the arrow button on the D-pad as per normal, has given us access to, I've got his name already. It's given us access to I can't remember actually his name. Icarus. There we go. I knew it would come along somewhere. And as you can see, by holding the R2 button, we have been able to pause Icarus and hold his vision. So as you can see, there are a couple of items here that we can definitely check out. But you will also notice there is no main circle area. There isn't anything really around here, apart from obviously the coastline that we can see. We can obviously see where Cassandra is. And we have found, down here on the coast, something that by pressing the X button, once you are hovered over, as you can see, just like with Assassin's Creed Origins, you can select as a waypoint. So, with that little exploration done, as you can see, we now have our waypoint set. We have the option of our sword or a torch by holding down, as you guys can see, just like Assassin's Creed Origins, the right button, and obviously down will give a quick call as per normal to a horse. So we need the Rakmir. We need to be able to start to increase our stores of items, weapons, and we also need to see if there's anything that we need here. Now I haven't as of yet found an animus pulse, but there is something here to interact with.
Ugh, that smells lovely. Probably time I emptied it.
Wow. Now, as you can see, there isn't anything else really about. There is no animus pulse like we can make use of in Assassin's Creed Origins, which is kind of a pain in the backside, but nonetheless does make things a little bit different. And as you can see, new location, wreckage of the bandits, which has literally come up just here. I have no idea where it actually is. Unless it's actually referring to this. And as you can see, we can actually loot the tree. Loot the treasure. And as you can see, we have someone... stone. Iron metal. So as you can see, we... Well, I found the crouch button. That's the dodge button. Unable to loot anything from him himself. Now somewhere along here, there is going to be something that we can actually loot. Now unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be able to easily find it. So we are going to put it in Senu. Sorry, not Senu, Icarus. That's going to get me into so much trouble. And as you can see, we do have that little location system like we did with Senu in Assassin's Creed Origins. And it has given us the location of the chest. It doesn't look like there's anything else here. So let's have a little look. And we have looted the treasure, one of one. Dark steel chest plate. Ooh. And the Rakmir. So as you can see, the options of looting aren't as clear as what they were before. Now as I said, we did just pick up, I think it was a chest plate. So let's have a quick look. Dark steel chest plate, required level 2. So we can't actually use this yet because we're not at a high enough level. And as you can see, we have the goat, and the goat is like, I don't think so. So the option of hunting is not going to come that easily and that quick. And obviously, if we can come up behind it, I'm hoping...
What a fierce team we are.
As you can see, Icarus, just like Senu, would also help with hunting. A very quick grab from behind the neck with Icarus, and that is very easily downed and a very easy piece of meat to get hold of. So as you can see, picking up quite a bit of olive wood as we go in and around the actual homestead, if you will. And I think that was the other area. Yep. Obviously, as you guys can see, once you are accessed, you can use the R2 button just to increase Icarus' speed. And as you can see, going straight in with L2, we are straight into the find option. There is one. Is there anything else? There is something in the water. There is level 3. Snake, shark, crocodile. I have no idea, but it definitely looks like it's protecting that little area. So this is going to be extremely interesting. We've had crocodiles from Assassin's Creed Origins, and as you can see, there is some blood here. Now I did just see something move down here. Vulture. So as I mentioned, there is something out here. So it is listed Zeus, and as you can see, it is now highlighted. And again, we have no bow. Now as you can see, it has given an indication of what the item is with a very, very faint white outline, which does indicate that it is, by the looks of it, a shark. Obviously I'm more interested in getting hold of the chest than trying to deal with a shark. But as you can see, if we have a little look, there is a little air pocket just here. Here's where the chest is. However, there are 3 sharks there. So basically, if we want to get to this, we're going to have to come out quite a ways to obviously try and see if we can actually get to that chest. Now we don't know if there is a dive option. I would assume that there is, considering that this is now underwater. So hold 0 to dive. So as you can see, the 3 sharks have decided to take up point. So we are going to try and get around them. Oh, it looks like we're around 1. We are within the islet. And as you can see, 1 has decided to make its way out. So I'm definitely going to make my way in, see if I can get up on this pillar. There we go. So as you can see, the sharks are just here. There's 2 of them. He's over there. And the bit that we want is literally just there. So just trying to see with all the button combinations if there is something that is going to give a animus-ish pulse. I wonder. No, unfortunately we can't air assassinate a shark, which would have been fantastic. I would have actually been quite happy to do that. So, as we try and figure a way out, they seem to have decided that they're going to go over there. So and here we have our first encounter with a shark, and as you see, our weapons are drawn. Definitely got a good hit. Oh wow, we actually desynchronized. So I think the shark actually probably got a good hit on us in that case. Reload from the latest save or open the save menu. Well, we'll just go with the reload from the latest save, and considering how awkward that's going to be, we will look at moving on with the storyline. Hive of scum and villainy. Pirates and bandits are vicious and will attack you on sight. Hero strike ability. Use the power of your spear to assassinate your enemies in combat. Assassin damage is used instead of warrior damage. Silent assassin. Challenge yourself to be silent assassin. Complete force without being detected. That was pretty easy when you have a bow. And as you can see, we are back to the dry land. A little ways away from the shark infested nightmare. And as we make our way up towards, trying to find some additional items here. Got one. Icarus, did you get another? But as you can see, we come back to the main road. And this, I think, is actually, yep, literally just outside where our house is. So, two roads, right and left. There is no...
Ευράξ πατάξ. Αχριτέλους παρά.
So as you can see, in and out of hiding, there is no specific way on which to go left and or right. It just depends on how much of an explorer you are. I so cannot wait to get hold of a bow. Yep, that's it. I officially give up hunting. So, as you can see, some more. Ouch! As you see that green arrow, indicating a poison arrow.
You're making this too easy.
And finally, some people to loot. So, let's just throw him down here. And as you can see, that green arrow has now disappeared. Do we have anybody else? Yes, we have him to loot. As you can see, that indicative little symbol above them when they have something to loot. Anti-posty something or what? So just as you can see, oh, clay bowl. Just like Assassin's Creed Origins, the items are hidden within other items, which is kind of useful. And as you can see, slowly picking up a drachma, as we make our way to Markios and his vineyard. Now this game is very sound orientated. You're close to your target. Call in Icaros. So as you can see, a couple of items just here. And Icaros
Guess this
is actually
the vineyard. There you are. Let's see what you've gotten yourself into this time, Marcos.
and as you can see, a couple of more articles, if I can get my words out, and some items around the actual map itself. So definitely some things to look at. I think more than important is actually to not just try and level up, but also to get our bow fixed. So the Land of Lost Dreams, Kefalonia Islands, plus 50 experience. So as you can see, we are still level 1. The experience does not come that easy, not like right at the start of Assassin's Creed Origins. Now I remember running up here, and there were a couple of items. Yes, there's one here and one here. Right. L2 to become stationary. Okay. What are you up to, Icarus? What have you seen? So as you can see, moving a little ways from the actual area we need to go to, but that is because the Drogarati cave is just here. Kill the bandit leader.
You don't look so good.
I angered them, I think. The gods.
It's possible. I hear they can be vengeful.
I used to worship Hermes at the Drogarati cave. There are gods there too, you know.
In the cave?
They grant wishes if you bring them tribute. So everyone makes an offering and asks for something in return. Ah, no wishes of mine granted though. I'm running out of money and tribute. I'm poor myself, you know. I did something wrong.
You know Hermes. He can be a trickster.
Oh, but there are many gods in this cave, all asking for different things. Go hear them yourself. You'll get my last tribute if you do. I need to know if they're real.
All right, don't worry. I'll go.
Oh, thank you. Remember, be careful where you step, Mistios. You'll be walking on holy ground.
We'll see about that.
So, as you can see, we have been able to pick up a quest. So obviously, wrong button. Picking up the quest as we come back to you guys. I do apologize. So as we go back in, as you can see, the quest system is now highlighted. Bounties and contacts, words and characters, hungry gods. And as you can see, this is the one that we picked up a minute ago. So, exploration area. Now I can see something kind of glinting just on the inside. Not 100% certain what it is, but we're definitely going to be having a little look. And by the looks of it, it looks like a gem. obsidian glass and iron metal. Which means wherever it is, I saw something up here. As you can see, iron metal. So all the way through these caves there is an opportunity of quite a lot of looting. So you will need to make sure that you keep your eyes open. Because if you don't, you may just lose it. You may just miss it. Wow, and look at this huge amount of iron metal. Oh, Sandra, climb up. Thank you. So even as she's climbing on the wall, as you can see, we can pick up items. Are you going to go any higher, or is that going to be it? No, I actually think that's it. No, wrong way, Cassandra, go that way. So making our way across the cave line. There is some more. And definitely what looks like some more down there as well. So, making our way back down to ground level. Grabbing that as well. Wow, precious gems as well in that one. So as we make our way further into these catacombs, definitely getting our fair share. Precious metal, gems and iron ore. So as you can see, definitely worthwhile. Wow. So interaction.
Someone dropped offerings here. Looks like they were trying to carry them away behind the statue.
If people see you stealing items, they will react and your bounty will be raised. No offense at this moment in time. We need it more than what a statue does. So we then have, just here...
There's a draft here. A crack in the wall?
And now, see where this crack goes.
This area will be well defended.
So explore the area behind the wall. So if we just close that out, as you can see, there is some water here, but there's also another lit area here. And as you can see, Icarus at the moment is not available. We found some bread. As we make our way through into this camp, no guard. So killed the bandits in the cave. So we are just going to very quickly clear the water course. Definitely not throw him that way. If you want to know why I've actually gone to all the hassle of actually bringing him outside, it's just easier. Guys will learn as you play through these games. Sometimes it's better just to do things that you wouldn't normally do. Just to get that little piece of extra peace and quiet to a point. I do kind of hope he will go away soon, because I would really like to continue with this. Come on, turn around. Now, he actually looks like he's got his back to me now. I'm kind of hoping he has. As you see, due to his armor, iron metal, something just here. Hopefully, L3 show location. As you can see, we've killed the bandit leader. Now we need to loot the camp. So it was just those two in here. As you can see, Cassandra can obviously pick up items, and I'm hoping to put them down again. Thank you. But we do need to loot. So we are just going to very easily and quickly run around, stabbing at that triangle button as we try to find in one side and out the other. And 6 drachmae. So as you can see, we have 3 indications showing up on the wall. Still haven't, as of yet, found exactly what we're after. We have 2 just there. There's some items over there. And 1 that looks like he's climbing something. Yep, just there. One there, and the other one's up there. Now that did look like we got seen. He actually came from over in that direction. So I'm not quite sure if it was the guard or not. Cassandra, climb. As you can see, stealth streak kill, and we have the option of looting. We have a rusty sword, we have some more armor, thankfully. Olive wood, iron, metal. The treasure, which gives us mercenary belt. Quest items. Location has been completed, the Drogati cave. We're not even finished yet. But while we are here, and hidden for a point, we are definitely going to look at train to see if we can upgrade. Level 2, level 4, linear waistband, mercenary belt. And again, because we aren't high enough, we can't use them. So, go to our bag. As you can see, looted offerings. Trusted worshippers offered these valuables to Hermes only for bandits to steal them. We have a clay bowl, here's some bread, a rusty sword, and a jar of honey. So, not a bad little haul, but still not too good either. So making our way up. Come on, Cassandra. Up, up, up. Thank you. More iron. Iron and obsidian glass. And believe it or not, the guy is actually going to be very annoying because he's not where we actually want him to be. So that being said, we are just going to make our way down. And as you can see, now we've done that, he's actually making his way back. How annoying. And our second
Bandits all along.
air assassination.
People should have known something was off. And here's all their loot.
Did that sound blue? No. But as you can see, the indication has now shown that this particular quest is now complete. Obviously, we are just going to continue to have a little wander, see if there is anything else like this that we can obviously pick up. As we make our way out. And obviously, as you guys can see, making our way through, still yet on our way to Marcos's vineyard. Nothing really here for us to loot, but as you can see, the area itself has changed. Thought I could hear something. We're just changing over from that very, very quick crouch over to a full run, just so we can actually get back to this guy. And Icarus, happy to find us again. I so need a bow and arrow. And here is the old man.
No gods in the caves. Only bandits stealing people's hopes and Rahmi.
I knew it! Thieves!
At least you know you won't face Zeus's wrath. Maybe he'll take pity on you.
I hope Zeus bring his wrath on those bandits.
Don't worry. I brought mine. That should be good enough.
And 91 drachmae. Quest completed, Hungry Gods. 825 experience. Completing a huge stack of experience that would have taken us a while to get hold of. So, as you can see, in these early sections of this game, these missions are an absolute must. So, another quick look. This time, shooting all the way down to Kefalonia and actually having a little look, see what it's actually about. So just here, so it begins, recommended level, which is our quest. And we have just here, in the footsteps of gods, recommended levels 2, message board. We also have a blacksmith, ship dock, undiscovered location. We also have that just here as well. And also in the cursed valley of Pali, Shark the Vagrant, recommended level 3. So you can see you've got different recommended levels all the way across. And at the moment, this is where we are. Still stuck at level 1. So with that being said, we are very... Oh, it's only the sheep. Quickly, just going to make our way back up to the top of the hill. And as we reach the top of the hill, let's have a quick look. Where are we going? We are going that way. So back to the road. Find... Yeah, I hope that said inanimate, but I have no idea what that said a minute ago, so let's have a quick look. Find... Enigmata ostraka. So as you can see, and hear, Icarus calling in, pinching over top of the vineyard to obviously show that the person we need is actually somewhere around here. Is actually, there we go, just there. So that is the item that we're after. Obviously, Marcus is going to be around here somewhere. So we have a couple of people up here who actually look like bandits. Another item over here. So we will definitely go check those out momentarily. But to start off with, Cassandra, do not be so dense. So, that is that sound. Location completed here. And as you can see, wolves. There had to be wolves. Okay, so those two items were actually wolves. Ah, and here we have Marcos. Hopefully,
Boss,
who is going to give us
I keep
a
telling you,
phone.
you can't do that.
Why? It's my farm. I can plant what I want.
The grapes will die here. All of them.
You have to forget what you know about the past, my friend. Together, we will revolutionize winemaking. Believe me, you will look back on this day and... Cassandra, thank the gods! Phoebe found you in time.
About grapes?
I can still hear you! I was worried sick. The Cyclops sent his scum to find you. I think they mean you harm.
I wish you would have told me that before they hit me. But that's beside the point. You bought a vineyard, Marcos? A vineyard?
Why not? I like wine, you like wine, everybody likes wine. Everybody buys wine. Why not from me?
Because you don't know how to grow grapes or make wine?
That is a
I'm
good point.
a fast learner. You grow grapes on the vine, then you get some wine.
It's that simple, is it?
You know me better than to think I don't have a plan. Marcos always has a plan.
All right. Then do you have the money you owe me?
Do I have the money I owe you? Of course, of course. Well, no, not at the moment.
Then get it.
Instantly, my friend, instantly. But maybe you should do that. There is a merchant in Sammy. I'm not very good at these things, as you know.
You want me to collect my own debt?
It's just waiting for you in Sammy, my friend.
Oh,
who's the merchant?
Duris. You know Duris. He's very nice.
Duris? How stupid can you get? Stop giving him money!
He always pays me back.
After I threaten him.
Exactly. Everybody benefits. Duris gets his money, I get my interest, and you have work. Kefalonia is wonderful, is it not?
Really?
He'd better have my money, Marcos. I'd hate to have to sell our vineyard.
Of course he will. Oh, after there's another matter I want to discuss with you. After.
Fine, but I'm taking a horse. It's too hot and too long a walk to go on foot.
But...
think of it as interest, Marcos. Everybody benefits.
Of course, my friend. You shall have your pick.
Oh boy. So you have now been introduced to Marcos, and oh wow, I want the one in the middle.
Tell me about this one.
The Skiros. You have an eye for sturdy stock, my friend. That horse can cling to mountain passes like a god.
The one in the middle. Tell me about it.
Ah, you have picked a beauty, my friend. That horse is from Thessalonia, bred for its courage. Which one will it be?
The one in the middle.
I'll take the one in the middle.
Fine choice. But this particular breed has a few quirks that you might not be aware of. I wouldn't want you to take an unworthy horse.
This is the one I want.
Are you sure? Because
I'm sure, Marcos.
everybody benefits, especially you. You've chosen the great Phobos. He's never let me down.
Phobos.
Remember, meet me at the temple in Sami when you have your money from Duris. Ah, Efterpi. There's plenty of wine left to buy. Don't fret.
Not now, you fool. Phoebe's been taken. By who? Thugs of the Cyclops. Who else? Snatched her right off the main road. Tell me where they went. In the direction of Itimena Beach.
The beach? Can she swim?
Okay.
Yes, go. But don't forget about dear Duris, Cassandra.
Yeah. So, as you can see, we now have our horse.
Come on.
Getting around a lot easier. And as you can see, we have now leveled up. So, with leveling up, apart from obviously the horse, we have a new ability, which is something that we have not yet been to and seen. So leveling up, earning experience increases your level, awards and ability points to spend on abilities. New abilities are progressively unlocked and can eventually be upgraded. So as you can see, just like they did with Assassin's Creed Origins, you have a set skill tree. However, as you can see, it is now a lot easier to see which is split between Hunter, Warrior and Assassin. So we have obviously on the Assassin tree, Shadow Assassin. Assassination and knockout damage are increased by 20%, automatically loot the enemy after an assassination. Venomous Attack. Melee weapons and standard arrows inflict poison damage for 15 seconds. When the poison meter is full, enemies become intoxicated. Intoxication inflicts damage over time and weakens the damage and armor of the enemy. Requires no adrenaline. And we then have Revelation. Summon Athena's sight to reveal all secrets, including chests and hidden passages in a radius of 15 meters. All nearby enemies are tagged. Now this is the Animus Pulse that we were looking for earlier. Now as you can see, because Assassin's Creed Odyssey is set at least 400 years prior to Assassin's Creed Origins, although the Animus Pulse that we see in Assassin's Creed Origins is kind of tied in with the site, with this it's not. It's actually looked at as a gift of the gods, for a lack of a better term. With that being the case, we are going to be looking most likely at doing that. Heavy charge attack, Sparta kick, which will definitely be coming handy. The bull rush we saw earlier, predator shot, again that's something that we'll definitely be looking at getting hold of once we have a bow. The spread shot, that is going to be handy, and the Sixth Sense, hunter ability. Time slows for up to 5 seconds when you're spotted by enemies. So it gives you that opportunity, especially if you are extremely good with a bow, just like we were in Assassin's Creed Origins and Assassin's Creed 3, that you can actually hook in to that system, grab hold of the bow, take a headshot and easily deal with them that way. And as you will also notice down here along the bottom, you have certain skills that have been highlighted. Meditation, which is pretty much the same as Assassin's Creed Origins, allows you to go from night to day and from day to night. Pressing down will allow you to summon with a whistle Phobos. The Eye of Icarus baseline ability is up. Next upgrade, use Icarus to tag enemies and view their path, which again was another option that could be done with the increasing of the abilities in Assassin's Creed Origins. Assassination baseline ability. Use a Spear Leonidas, deal assassination damage to an unaware target, either killing or heavily damaging them, which as you saw actually did quite a lot. Hold X to jump. Falling does cause damage, but it is not fatal. Falling does not cause damage. Next upgrade requires level 20. So that is a baseline ability. Again, pressing X when jumping off of a high area will allow us to, as you can see with Cassandra, go into a leap of faith. We have Whistle, which allows us to bring guards towards us when hiding. We don't have Man at Arms, which is equip a second weapon from the inventory menu and swap between them at any time. And we have defensive maneuvers. Press square to dodge, L1 and R1 to parry an attack. So we obviously have our ranged options here as a hunter, our melee options here as an assassin. So obviously, first things first, we are going to need things like drachmae. We are going to need the opportunity of looting. So the revelation is going to be the first item, as you guys can see, that we will obviously get hold of. Progress further in the storyline. Summon Athena's sight to reveal all secrets, including chests and hidden passages in a radius of 20 meters. All nearby enemies are tagged. Hold up to reveal the secrets. So as you can see, you can't upgrade this at the moment, A, due to a lack of ability points, but also due to the fact that we're probably not at the moment at a high enough level. So back to our inventory, and as you can see, this is highlighted yet again. Ashes to Ashes documentation. We have Phobos, who is our equipped horse. In here we finally have the dark steel chest plate that we can now add, giving us an extra 10 armor. Pardon me. As we come out, we go into the Mythos belt. We have the mercenary belt, which is actually a rare item, and it's unusual to pick up a rare item that early. So we need 4 skin, 1 gems, 21 coin to actually increase the ability of this particular piece of item by engraving it at the blacksmith. So next we have, after dealing with all of this, our new quest, and as you can see, this is highlighted on our map. And as you can see, now that we're on horseback,
let's go.
It makes doing things like that a lot easier.
Move. Move.
So there are a couple more down here, so definitely up for chasing them down.
Let's go.
So apart from easily earning experience doing this, which is actually a fantastic way of doing it, it also, if we can remember where they were, gives us the opportunity of testing this out. So if you guys will remember, although we don't have the bow as of yet, we do have a horse. And as you can see, over there, is a wolf. Dismantling unused gear. A leopard. Oh, leopard.
Come on.
That's a leopard. Okay, it's a leopard.
Let's go.
So reach abandoned camp and rescue Phoebe. So as we make our way up, as you can see, earning a little bit of experience as we make our way.
There they are.
Definitely
I'll sneak up on them, I like it. Off we go now.
Beach. Still without a bow.
Let me go.
Which is really, really annoying.
Shut it, or I'll tighten those ropes.
She'll make good ransom drachmi for the Cyclops.
No one's gonna buy me from you. They're all poor.
Keep quiet, Phoebe.
So as you can see, detection. Crouch, circle to become less visible.
This tall grass will keep me hidden.
And now, for assassination.
Can't let the rest of those Malakas get away.
So, and as you can see, we also have, as indicated earlier, the option of whistling.
Who's whistling? Stop that noise, or I'll stop you!
As you can see, no option to actually
That Marcos is going to be next.
That's 2 down. Do we have anyone else, or is that the last person? And unfortunately, our range does not, at this current moment in time, cover to that distance. So, work on line of sight.
Time to get Phoebe out of here.
Cassandra, I'm here. Untie me.
I know you're there, I can hear you. You're making a lot of noise. And a quick loot of this little area gives bandit bracers a brand new piece of armor. So let's equip those, because they're definitely going to add a little bit of additional HP and stats. Anything else to a half inch? Not by the looks of it. So quick free a Phoebe, and let's get
Are
out
you
of here.
alright?
It wasn't so bad. Last time they put a cloth in my mouth so I'd stop biting.
Phoebe, just be careful. You're alone.
So, as you can see, we're about an hour and a half in already. It is a pretty slow setup. I have done a little bit of investigating, and obviously with the other Assassin's Creed games, you're looking at about 20 hours for completion of the game and additional side quests.
You'll have to be stronger than that.
Don't give in! Let him have it!
And with regards to Assassin's Creed Odyssey,
got you.
I do know that
again, up.
Yes, Pater.
with them,
Spartan rises
fall.
as soon as they have fallen.
I do know
Ready
that
your
with
stuff.
regards to Assassin's Creed Odyssey, it actually takes anywhere just for the main storyline to be completed 60 hours. So you're looking at 3 times the amount of
Widen
time.
your stance. A soldier grounds themselves. Good. Good.
And as you can see, Cassandra have been taught
Approach
some
me.
good
That's
lessons.
enough, Nikolaos. The sun's going down. Time to eat, don't you think?
What are we eating tonight?
Tonight we are having baby Alexios. And what a feast he will be.
No, not him. Take me instead. I'm tasty.
Yes, yes, you're all sweet as honey. Now, come inside. The lamb's turning black.
Here. Lay him in his bed.
Yes, Pater.
Cassandra.
So we have Cassandra and Alexios.
You are my greatest pride. Remember that. You will bring this family to glory. Go.
So, a little bit of the backstory there, showing that Cassandra and Alexios are actually related. Brother and sister by the looks of it.
Right.
You worry too much.
You don't worry enough.
We'll be alright if we watch out for each other. Which reminds me, the thug said you should watch your back.
What they say?
They said the Cyclops put a big bounty on you. Talos the Stonefist wants you dead.
Talos the mercenary? Am I ever not in trouble?
Better get him before he gets you. I hear he's really mean. I'll find my way back to town. Here!
Chere.
Talos the Stonefist? That's just what I need today. Another broken nose. I'm going to have to take care of that.
And as you can see, we now have the bounty hunter marks set up. You are hunted. Bounty hunters, like Talos, are hostile mercenaries who will hunt you down as long as you have a bounty. Bounties can usually be paid off, but the Cyclops won't accept payoffs. So, as you can see into the options, Talos the Stonefist, tier 9. Then R2 for next, and there appears to be no one there. So, mercenaries, in the mercenary menu, review your position. The rewards for each tier, as well as the status, strengths, and weaknesses for all known mercenaries and bounty hunters. So the mercenaries will have the white Spartan helmet, the bounty hunters will have the red. Since Talos is higher in level, you should avoid him until you level up and become strong enough to fight him. Now that's something that we saw first introduced into the Assassin's Creed Origins games with the Phylakitai. And as you saw on several occasions, it really does not end well if your level is at least one level or lower. No, let me phrase that. If you are one level or more lower than what they are. Even at being at the same level, they're going to be significantly stronger, harder, more HP, more hit damage, DPS than what you will be able to give. As you saw when I was on same level as a lot of them, it was extremely hard to beat them. That's why you need to keep your weapons leveled to your same level, as you saw with Assassin's Creed Origins. And if you haven't seen it, make sure you go and check out the video or the videos I should say, of Assassin's Creed Origins. We are pretty close to the end of it actually. I've got the game here somewhere. There we go. Just there, Assassin's Creed Origins. And it's actually got a little bit on the dark side in here and I can't see what I'm doing. Which makes the change. So we're just gonna, here we go, a little bit of light. Yeah, a little bit being the operative word. We definitely need to get some more light in here. But as you can see, this is the Assassin's Creed Origin game. You can literally just barely make it out there. So we are going to be finishing that very, very soon. We actually plan on doing a live stream directly after this one to try and get that finished. So make sure you stick around for that. But as I was saying with regards to the mercenaries, as you can see, if you are not of the same level, definitely don't bother trying to do it. Just run. If you are the same level, definitely give it a go. Try and keep distance. If you have a bow, always go for headshots. It kind of helps. If you're a lot higher than they are, then if you have access to say like a hunter bow or a predator bow, like you did with Assassin's Creed Origin, again headshots all the way. It definitely makes things a lot more easier. So we have Talos the Stonefist. As you can see, he's a bounty hunter level of 5. We also have a couple that are undiscovered, as you guys can see just here. And here is poor little Cassandra. The legends around the mighty eagle bearer from Kefalonia were many. Some said that she was a descendant of Spartan royalty, others that she was a goddess. And as you can see, these guys, slightly different weaponry. He's got a couple of clubs, he's got a sword, he's got a sword, 2 swords, and he looks like he's got a spear. But as you can see, that's tier 9. Tier 8 is a different kettle of fish. We then have tier 7. War contracts and bounties provide 20% more rewards. Is one of the rewards in this particular tier. We then have tier 6, and as you can see, there are 5 to each tier. So that is a lot of people to try and get through. And as you can see, the shields get bigger, the weapons get bigger, they get bigger. Right up to tier 2, where we have 3 people. And these are going to be high level. And then we have this guy with what looks like a bull shaped helmet. More than likely going to be the main guy to try and stay away from. So, fight with Talos. And as you can see, hold the options button in and it will obviously allow you to track that quest. So, going back to the abilities, we have no ability points, that's fine. Inventory is where I do want to be. Now as you can see, one thing we haven't discussed as of yet is actual armor types. Now you'll notice that this has a great background. This is a common piece of armor, the same as the bandit braces just here. However, this has a blue band. This was a color scheme that was introduced again with Assassin's Creed Origins, where we would have grey for all the common stuff, we would have blue for the rare, and we would also have a kind of a mix between a pink and a purple for anything that was sort of like specially rare, or like super rare, or whatever it was they called it, like elite type rare. So those we have yet to obviously find, but we are definitely need to try and find some. Phobos is not available. Come on. Here we go, Phobos. The main reason for that is because this is what I saw a moment ago, which I thought was the wolf, To me, it looks like a wolf. It sounds like a wolf. Oops. It is a wolf, but it's a lot higher level than what I am. Oh, you get out of the water. Definitely washing Fortestagra's help. And there we go. Looting the wolf. Wolf fang, wolf fur, soft leather, and oh, Phobos is now up here. But as you saw, he is. Phobos, I'm sorry I got you wet.
Come on.
Okay, you happy? Wow. And out in the wild are some gems. Those will definitely take. So, let's have a quick look with Icarus. I need to remember that name. So as we climb high into the sky, have a little look, see what's about. The Catania Beach, well, we've just been there. This is where we are now. And there is a little marketplace or something down here, so we'll definitely go and have a quick look in there. And as you can see just here, there is also a potential mission. We also have the vineyard at the top of the that we are definitely going to need to have a quick look at. And as you can see, a lightning Zeus, which actually has a little eagle on it, which is actually going to be the next place that we're actually going to visit, because as of yet we don't have a 100% view of Kefalonia.
Should be extra careful in this area.
And we haven't as of yet been able to find a lot of items to loot, to allow us to get that drachme up.
Off we go now.
Abandoned house.
Let's go.
So, quick dismount. We have a war site. It actually looks like Bayek's old house. Anything up here? Yet. Anything inside? Yes. Oh wow. Drachme obsidian glass. The abandoned house, as you guys can see, has now been completed. However, come on, there we go. Some more drachme. You never take off an opportunity to get ahead. And as you can see, pretty easy. So, right, where were we? We were heading to Zeus. So as we make our way towards him, a couple of people down the side there. Let's stay away from the main road. Because as you guys can see, just here, we have pretty much what looks like a little market. So as you saw, a couple of items marked there in red that Cassandra was able to steal. Nobody really noticed. There is obviously some items here. Green apple. So, have a quick look. Let's call in Icarus. What do we have here, Icarus? Do we have anything worthwhile? Well, Icarus says yes. There is something here that is worthwhile. And he has found us a chest and somebody that we can potentially earn some experience off of. And that someone is either a dog and or a wolf.
Grace will be at his shop.
So as we make our way across,
Got a job to do, Cassandra?
and although that dog
Cassandra, good to see
may have seen someone's pet, as you saw, it's actually a war animal. Unfortunately, dogs in this point in Greece were mainly used, oh wow, heavy Athenian bracers and a broken belt. And as you can see, here is someone who is going to try and charge us down.
Got you now.
And that's what you think. And as you can see, making his own way up. So unfortunately, butter bashing isn't always going to cut it. I don't know why. Oh really? Which is why I always prefer the bow. Headshots just make things so much easier and clean. And unfortunately nothing from him either. So as you can see, a couple of things to do in and around here. One of them.
Get your boats here. Good for the whole family.
Wait, who are you? You look luxurious. You look
What
like
can I get for you?
Haha. Bye. Lack of money. Sell. Bandit sword. And as you can see, can't sell. Heavy blades, can sell. Heavy Athenian bracers, bandit bracers, can't sell. As you can see, there is quite a lot here that we can obviously run through. Trade goods, wolf fur, rusty sword, rusty mace, ibex horn, wolf fangs, leopard fang, clay bowl, bread, apple, jar of honey, broken belt, raw meat. Should have already kept the raw meat, but oh well. And as you can see, we are now up to 301 drachmae. So, swift and dagger. And as you can see, this is an epic dagger, this is a rare dagger, and as you can see, there's a colour difference. Staffs, spears, arms, scaled gauntlets, mercenary gloves, torso, waist, legs. And unfortunately, by the looks of it, not enough drachmi. But I do want a bow, and by the looks of it, epic unicorn phobos skin, 8,000 drachmi. Nice. So let's have a look, see if we can actually. We can upgrade a few items. We can engrave a few items.
Thanks.
But as you can see, it is kind of annoying because we still can't get that bow to work. So, considering that we did just grab some new items, this is the bandit braces that we got. This is the heavy Athenian braces. We are going to switch up to those. We will have a quick look at this. We're not at level 4 yet for the Athenian waistband, so we will keep hold of it. The mercenary waistband will do. That we will keep hold of. Chest plates. So that is absolutely fine. And we will definitely look at upgrading our sword. Now, unfortunately, at the moment, as you can see, we only have the one sword, so we are definitely going to take that off. And as you can see, we have no bow at the moment. So, give us.
What can I show
We're
you?
just going to go in and get a few more items. Right, give us 1 second, guys, and we'll be right back with you. Right, we're right back with you. Someone at the door. Right. So where were we? Yes, selling additional items that we don't need. Right. So we're just going to sell the sword. We'll sell the braces, because we just don't need those now. The common torso item we don't need. And the waist items we don't need. This one is Athenian waistband. It is level 4. But at the moment we're only level 2, nearly level 3. So we will keep hold of this. The wool fur is going to most likely come in useful at some point, but not yet. But it does give us, as you can see, another 40 coin. So, we now have 510 drachmi. So, worship sword or the shotel. 26 DPS is both. This one is assassin damage plus 1% all damage. This is 4% fire damage and 5% hunter damage. Now, because we are trying to do things along the assassin line to try and stay true, obviously there are going to be items that we're going to have to look at obtaining for one or another reasons. Now this is going to be the main problem. We are lack of drachmi at the moment. This is 472. This is 472. 472 for a combat blade. Swift dagger, 1511. So we now have no sword, which is going to pose a slight little problem. So we have a war scythe, ornate axe, berserk axe, and we then come down to a crude spear, 20 DPS. Scaled gauntlets again. These are the arms, torso, which we have already done. Obviously we do have some crafting materials. So if we have a quick look for the worship sword, which is plus 5 hunter, or this one, we need 472. So it's 172 drachmi that we need. And if we actually have a look at what we've got a lot more obsidian glass at 160 a piece than we do anything else gem wise. but we also have 10 drachma apiece olive wood. We've got 41. So, as I was saying, there is a lot easier for us to find olive wood than it's going to be for obsidian glass and obviously the precious gems. So, we are going to end up selling this. Oh, you can't actually go over 30 items, which is going to be really, really annoying when you get this into the range of being like 150, 200, 400, 500, 1,000, 1,500, 2,000 items, and you're stuck to so many that you can get rid of. Now, as you can see, we've done 30. We can't actually get rid of any more olive wood to this guy. He won't take any more. Hopefully, if fingers come, I actually think we've sold out to him. Because looking at our coinage, yes, we have 0 coin. Which means we have just probably, well, I'm not going to say probably, we have just made a very, very big mistake. Because as you guys can see, we can't sell anything of what we've just earned. Obviously, we didn't have a lot, but we had 300 coin, and now we have nothing.
Stop by again.
So, as you can see, we have got quite a few pieces in our inventory. We also have now some leg protection, and as you can see, our damage, assassin damage even, is actually at 265. Our warrior damage is at 5, and our hunter damage is at 18. So, check your inventory menu. You have gear that is better than what you have equipped at the moment. Really? Where? Oh, you mean this one that we can't actually put on at the moment? So, now that we've visited the blacksmith, as you can see just here, we have an interaction. Mercenary work, Kefalonia Islands. This is the message board, one of the brand new items. As you see, as Cassandra had learned, any job is a good job, no matter how small. Ilos, a Kefalonian armourer, needed wolf furs for the war effort, and knew Cassandra could provide them easily. So, we now have this. Mercenary work, track quest. You may be able to harvest the pelts from the corpses of wolves. And as you can see, it's actually saying that we are here. And as you can see, this item has been taken. So where are we going to find dead wolf corpse? And as you saw, with no weapon, she won't access the Spear of Leonidas either. So the Temple of Zeus.
Κινηθείτε ευθέως εκείσε. Ούκ ομιγωγέ. Ουδείς ημών το σου το ισχνός. Ουδείς το σου το αδύναμος εστί. Έκαστος ευθέως.
We have this young lady to talk to.
Mighty Cephalus, I entreat you, send us a champion, someone worthy of your mighty spear. Help your priestess in her hour of need.
I have to do this.
You called?
Oh, Cassandra, you startled me.
Why are you looking for a champion?
I need someone worthy to win the Spear of Kephalus. I've been deciphering some of the sanctuary's stone carvings. They say the spear was hidden in the caves beneath Kefalonia when the temple was built. You could get it for me, couldn't you? I can give you a reward.
If the spear is in the caves, I'll find it.
Well, maybe you were sent by Kephalus.
Kephalus had a spear?
Cassandra, surely you've heard this story since you were a child.
I didn't have much time for stories.
Well, perhaps you didn't. But you know Kephalus founded Kefalonia and started the line of Odysseus. His spear was a gift from the gods. It was said never to miss its target. He must have hidden it in the caves after killing his wife with it.
He threw a spear that wouldn't miss at his wife?
He was hunting and heard her in the bushes. He thought she was a deer. It's a sad story.
Sounds dangerous.
Well, only if you throw it at someone.
Kephalus had a spear.
Cassandra, surely you've heard.
I didn't.
Well, but he was hunting. Well, only.
Taking the second option is a little bit too easy. Luckily enough, they've actually allowed the circle button to be used.
Why do you need a spear? Not thinking of becoming a soldier, are you?
Of course not. But think how many people will come to the shrine if we have the Spear of Kephalus. With their donations, I could do so many things. Repair the sanctuary, feed the hungry families in Sami.
So, where is this spear?
Apparently, it's hidden deep in the caves beneath Kefalonia. There's an entrance north of here. Maybe you can try that way first.
That's not much to go on.
You have so little faith in the gods. If Kephalus means for us to have the spear, you will find it.
I'll see what I can find.
Oh, thank you. I'll prepare a spot in the sanctuary.
So as you can see, a brand new quest. So it is quite easy, as you guys can see, to stack these quests up. But once you have that done, as you can see, you will always have that main icon showing where your main storyline mission is, which is quite handy. And as you can see, just here, we have again this quest. So to get rid of this and get this out of the way, we are going to make our way down, have a little word with this gentleman.
Hello, Luris. Business looks good.
Tell Marcos to come down here himself, if he wants his money. Huh?
No, but I'm here now.
Look, I was a little late paying. Now Marcos says I owe him double because of interest. I don't have it to spare.
You should have thought of that when you borrowed drachmi, Luris.
But my family...
It's hot. I'm in a bad mood. And you are going to pay. We both know it. Now the question is, what do I break first? You? Or your merchandise?
You told Marcos I've paid enough already. I won't bow to a mercenary or to someone foolish enough to borrow money from the Cyclops.
From the Cyclops? That's how he bought his vineyard?
Look, I know you'd be dead without Marcos. What with him taking you off the street as a kid. But you know what he's doing is crazy.
Malaka. Still, that doesn't change the drachmi you owe.
Face it, once the Cyclops gets hold of you, you'll both be dead.
Maybe.
I told you, I've paid Marcos enough. All right. I'll pay you, just stop. Fine. The money's yours. Just leave.
Pleasure doing business with you, Luris.
Keep my name off your lips. I don't want the Cyclops coming after me for the debt you can't pay.
So, We have 100 drachmae. We need 472. That's 372 to go. And a shiny ring. So, let's just go into our quests. See what's going on. Fight with Talos, 170 meters. In the footsteps of the gods, 170 meters. This one we are going to track. Hopefully, there we go. It has given us the marker that we need. Close to your target called Icarus. Well, I will do that in a moment. And as you can see, it has decided to take that off. So, as you can see just here, we have a red marker. So let's have a look. Can we find... Right. Okay, there's a chest just there. Some deer just there. And what looks like a cave just here. And as you can see, some items. So we roughly know where we now need to go. But we also know that, as you guys can see from that little map, there was that little red spot. So see a possible wolf as we make our way up to the cave. Making his way around, there is a wolf. He is a level 2, and unfortunately at this current moment in time we have no weapons. So I am more interested, apart from obviously trying to complete as many of these quests as possible. Also looking at trying to get some drachmae. So, making our way back up, bottomless lake. Taking the plunge, everyone on the island thinks of this. This is the deepest dive, but there is a lake on the coast of Kladai that is rumoured to be bottomless. If you are able to dive as far as the woman in marble, you will win, or you will be able to claim me. Okay, that makes really not much sense at all. As you can see, we have also earned some drachmae. What looks like a weapon. Find and acquire the spear. And as you can see, there is a wolf outside still. So, quick animus pulse, showing that there is nothing left in the water itself. So if we just get Cassandra out, hopefully, jumping into our inventory, it's going to give us at least a weapon. So, Traveller's Belt, common waste. Nope. Please tell us that there was a weapon. There wasn't. But we did obviously get a boar tusk and a shiny ring. And the bottomless lake parchment. So, where to go, where to go, where to go. So, having a quick look, find the parchment, done. Loot treasure, 1 of 2. Well, we know that there is no more in here. However, there is a cave. So, our way through the cave. Quick animus pulse every now and then. Need a light when the area is dark. Equip the torch. That's what I'm trying to do. But you can't when you are swimming. That is fantastic. So, let's have a little look. And we have some coral. And a lot of fish. And pretty much nothing else. I am kind of scared because I know Cassandra doesn't have a large lung capacity. So definitely keeping an eye on that. And as you can see, we make our way out to the other edge of, I was going to say the other edge of the cave, but it looks like it's the same cave. So it looks like all we've done is go in and do a full circle. So having a quick look at the map, it isn't what I wanted to do. Let's have a quick look. Here we go, Icarus. So in here somewhere is another piece of treasure. And unfortunately, I have really no idea where this treasure is. Now I would have assumed that that cave would have gone all the way through and most likely come out the other side here. However, I don't see an area for it to come out. And I definitely don't see oh, hello. There's the Talos of Stonefist. And I definitely don't see another piece of treasure being highlighted just here. Even as we make our way around. Which kind of makes me wish that it was a lot easier to find the treasures. I know it's part of the game and everything to make it hard, but it's making things hard and then it's making things hard. So, one of two treasures. So where is the other treasure? Have we missed it? Is there a ledge? I doubt it. Nope, that's a shadow. Very, very tricksy. Very tricksy. Here we haven't been. So. Oh, well. Right. So another exit entrance area found. Definitely not the same one as before. Drachme, 3 drachme, some birds in the bush, and pretty much nothing else. But we are out on the coast. And as you can see, 3 drachme, 3 drachme, and nothing pretty much else. Now, if there is supposed to be another piece of treasure in that cave, then I have no idea where it is. Because, as you guys can see, using Animus Pulse, we can't even see it. I was hoping it would be somewhere up, but as you guys can see, it isn't up. There is an item just here, which it says more precious gems and iron metal. But we do have 89 meters that way. An icon, so come on, Cassandra. You get off the wall. You want to do rock climbing here? Rock climbing.
Yeah.
And as we have a wolf, as we run up to and cling to the wall. I'll definitely take them. Excuse me. And as we make our way slowly down, find second book is actually going to be. So, find and acquire the spear. 30 meters. Is actually down here. And you know it is deep. So somewhere down here. More drachme. There is supposed to be. That's a wolf. And what looks like a cave. Okay, this is an underwater cave that we have yet, I'm assuming, to have found. But unfortunately it does kind of look like the one we had a minute ago. Cassandra's air is getting a little bit on the low side. Hold X to return to the surface. That is what I'm trying to do. Cassandra, don't stop swimming, Fed. Give me a second. Right. And as you can see, we are right back here again. So as to how and where the pier is supposed to be, I am at a complete and utter loss with this. Now, I would have thought, even if it is a ways off, we would have been able to get at least a little idea on where it is. That is all brick work. I know where that is, and we have already been there. As much as you might like diving, Cassandra, we have a spear to try and find. So let's try and go as far as we can. Well, by now it actually looks like we have to go down. Now we did go right before, so let's try staying to the left, and as you can see, second or third quest, and again, to find this is not easy. Granted, we are finding a load of raw materials, which is incredibly nice. Especially considering that at some point we're going to need to start crafting later. But nonetheless, so this is something. This we haven't yet. Catalonia Islands. So it's literally by trial and error, as you guys can see. Iron metal, obsidian glass. We know we haven't been this way.
I need to stay hidden.
Ooh. And there is a guard. Literally right the other side. And there's the second one. said loot, not pick him up. So, loot the second treasure, which we have now found. Location completed. Another 5 drachmae. And now what looks to be the fun bit. Trying to actually get out of it. Bioluminescent mushrooms. That's what that was. Whoa, Cassandra. Play. So as we make our way up the side of the wall, guys, I've probably put on crazy for this. Come on. Okay, she does want to go up that way. There we go. And then, ooh, a little bit further than I anticipated that drop. But nonetheless, that is this particular area completed now, thankfully. And all we now need to do is try and get Cassandra out of it. So, hopefully, fingers crossed, it's not going to take as long as what it did to actually find it. And considering that we found the way through quite a few times, and not the actual item that we were after. There we go. Quite easy. Now we have to return, as you guys can see, to the priestess. I can't be waiting to obviously swim all the way across. Come on, Cassandra. Can't be waiting to swim all the way across, so we are just going to, or was going to, climb up the rock face. She's actually decided, as you heard, with that eagle call, to do a leap of faith and actually head us back towards the water. With that being the case, I am just going to allow her to make her way straight back up again. As you can see, 112 meters to go. As we make sure we keep our way away from that wolf for the time being. And as you can see, we can loot iron and metal.
Πού την ως σπουδαιοτέρου μετέρχεσαι? Νίδια!
A rusty mace. Unfortunately, even though we are doing a few things I don't particularly want to do, it is a case of thank you, 13 drachmae. Right, now where were we going? Up here.
Cassandra, have you come back to talk about the spear?
I have.
Oh, good. Tell me, did you find it?
Consider it a donation to the temple.
What? No reward? Oh, Cassandra, I'm in your debt. If ever there's a way my temple can help you, or anyone, send them here. I will remember.
So check your inventory menu, you have gear that is better. So as you can see, a huge amount of experience obtained just from that one quest. New engraving items in the words have actually gone straight to my head. New engraving items given. Inquired, no. We will find the right word in a moment. But nonetheless, abilities. So we have another ability point. Right, assassination and knockout damage are increased by 20 to automatically loot the enemy after an assassination. Considering that we are going down this route, we're definitely going to take this. As you can see, press L3 to knock out, triangle to assassinate, and at level 5 we can upgrade. We will also have a quick look at the inventory, and as you can see, we now have heavy mace, common heavy blunt. It is a weapon, it's not a sword, but it is going to do blunt damage, as you guys can see. But obviously, we definitely need to find. Oh wow! A couple more items to try and get our experience up a little bit more. So, mercenary work. Acquire wolf furs ×2. Well, now that we have at least a weapon, and by holding that we know it's going to do quite a bit of damage. First things first, we will call in Icarus. Where were we? We were over this one. So there is the cave, and somewhere down here is that animal causing itself a nuisance. It's actually down here by the docks. Now as you'll notice, again, taking a little bit longer than normal to obviously load everything up, but considering the size of the game, I mean, storyline so far, it's not too bad. Use a little bit more information in regards to Cassandra's path. However, that being said, we know how these games work. Provide a lot more information a lot later on, just like we did with Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Origins. So, kill 50 enemies while wielding a blunt weapon. And that's one wolf down. So, not too bad, I will definitely take that. Is there anything here we can half inch? Not by the looks and or sounds of it. You may be able to harvest the pelt from the corpse of a wolf. Yeah, I need to find him first before I can actually make him a corpse. Right, so wolf number 2, where are you? Let's have a little look. Obviously, as we know, that wolf come from up this way, and there is a marker just there. So is that going to be wolf number 2? Or is that a marker for something else? As you can see, using the R2 button, we are able to obviously speed things up a little. And as you can see, there are actually a couple of wolves just there. A little mini pack, of which this one was probably one. So, as you saw, one hit, one strong hit, and then a soft hit was easily enough to take this particular wolf out. Hopefully we can actually get double the amount of furs, because we only require 2. So hopefully we can get hold of a few more. And which way was that? That was, I don't think where I am. That was this way. Oops, come on, Cassandra. And here we go, making our way to the top, and here we go. That's one down. Ooh, dashing to that. And where is the next one? So that's 2 down out of the 3. There is the guy that we don't want. There is a chest, which we do want. And that's a sheep. And another area. So we are a wolf down. And the $64 million question is, where did he go? Or where is he hiding? As you can see, plenty of the hill sheep just here, keeping an eye on everything that's going on. So we are yet to have an encounter with the bounty hunter. As you can see, he is level 5. We are level 3. He's 2 levels higher. But I am more interested in being able to get to that chest. So there are 2 chests here. And as you can see, that bounty hunter definitely making his way around. Now obviously 2 chests are indicated, we know one is in there. The second is actually just here, inside the actual lumberyard, with a few guards dotted around, just to make things a little bit more awkward. So, as you see, slowly making our way around. And from somewhere we managed to find a couple of drachmae. There we go. Literally right out of sight. So we are commandeering a few items and a few additional drachmae. But as you'll see from that chest, we did have another little bonus. We now have some level 3 weaponry. Combat blade, common dagger. So as you can see, we now have a dagger and the spear of Leonidas. It's not quite a sword that we had earlier. However, it is definitely going to make things a little bit easier, considering that we now have 2 blades instead of just the one. So we do have another piece of treasure in here.
Stay out of sight.
We are going to definitely try and make things a little bit on the quiet side. Obviously the peasant has now run, which will leave nothing but guards in here, hopefully. And that is both chests taken from the lumberyard area. Very quickly just sliding in, obviously with another guard coming down. But if we have a quick look at our inventory, as you can see, we now have a new piece of armor. So obviously we have the dark steel chest plate. As you can see, it's common armor. Required level is 2, 10% armor. This is now 3. It is the Athenian breastplate. It is slightly different, as you guys can see, but again, it's still common armor. So obviously we have moved our chest plate to level 3. We're going to need to look at trying to do the same with our greaves and our mercenary belt, and obviously our braces as well. We will also at some point need to try and find a helmet, but as you can see, with a lack of money, it does make things extremely difficult. So that is another guard down. I think even the horses thought like fun this. So they all look like workers. This guy here is basically guarding the front there. As you can see, picking up drachmae everywhere. And as you can see, extremely close to that bounty hunter. And as you can see, the guard coming up to find out what exactly is going on. But as we make our way up, he is dealt with as well. And as you can see, some of the additional effects of where the blood splattered out has now stained the wood itself coming into play. So having a quick look. Do we have anybody that we need to worry about? Apart from the bounty hunter, no. And as you can see, once the bounty hunter is within a set distance, you can see that little icon down the bottom indicating how strong that particular bounty hunter is and why he is here. So, give the wolf furs to the customer. So as you can see, with regards to our quests, where are we? Here we are. We now need to give the wolf pelts to the customer itself. Obviously this is going to give us a marker that we're going to need to follow, but for us to be able to do this easily, we need to try and get away from the bounty hunter. So, as you can see on screen, we already have a little diamond with a tick in it, indicating that that particular quest has been completed, unlike Assassin's Creed Origins, where we didn't obviously have that. It also gives the total amount of distance we have to go to it. So, as we make our way back, up and over the hills of Kefalonia, going up on the rock, because Icarus has obviously seen something. And as you can see, not that long to actually get back. So the movement mechanics of the game itself have obviously been upgraded. It does still feel a little bit clinky in areas. It's just, I think it's going to be one of those things that it is a slightly different game, so you are going to need a different way of looking at it.
Get your boats here, good for the whole family.
I should have known it was you who'd ask for the furs, Ilos.
And I should have known it was you to get them for me. Cassandra's always on the job.
Don't tell Marcos. He'll get jealous.
I posted publicly to give the others a chance, but you're always so keen.
What are the pelts for this time?
The Athenians want armor for the war. Good protection for them. Good drachmi for me.
Here they are. All accounted for.
In record time, too. Take your pay, it's well earned.
Stay out of trouble, Lilos.
You should take your own advice.
So, 270 drachmi. Quest completed, 1200 experience. Taking us well over well on the way to 3/4 of the way through this particular experience bar. But nonetheless,
let me know if you have questions.
484 drachmi. So let's have a little look. The item we did want was only a level 1 sword. Obviously we have the hunting knife, which is pretty much what we have as a level 3 at the moment. So we are going to look at armor. Unfortunately, as you can see, most of the armor is common at the moment. So that's something we'll have to keep an eye on. So Phobos skin, 2,500. Wow, they are so expensive. So that is pretty much everything for the first 3 hours or so. We've got the money from Duras, as you can see. We've done a couple of quests. We are literally, as you guys can see, just outside of level 4. A fight with Talos, who is level 5. Your target is currently 2 levels above you. So it does give a recommended level of level 5. Enter the bitter rival. The Cyclops puts a price on Cassandra's head. A dangerous mercenary, Talos the Stonefist, has taken the bounty and was out for blood. Cassandra knew she had to prepare herself. We need to find and kill Talos. Well, we know exactly where he is. So, still no bow, still no easy option of a ranged attack, apart from obviously buying and using a spear. So what we are going to be doing is heading back this time towards the lumberyard for Talos. But this time using a little bit of smarts in regards to it. We know we can get pretty close to him. If we can get to the right distance and manage to get quite a good hit on him for an assassination mark, that might do most of the damage that we need. Although we have equipped a level 3 sword and dagger and shield item, we do still have that club, which is going to do crushing damage. Where are you? Right, he is. So, very quickly jump into our inventory. This is a level 3 weapon. I am going to switch back to the level 2 because of the crushing damage itself, and hopefully that's going to do enough damage. There you go, a successful parley weapon, but as you can see, just not good enough with regards to the level difference. Now, even though we were about 3/4 of the way through to level 4, that is still way too low. Even though he is only a level 5, and it doesn't sound like that much, there's so much difference in the warrior, the hunter, and the assassin damages, that you need to make sure that when you get to a certain level, that those damages are going to be picked up. Now, obviously, we have a long way to go, so we are going to basically get the Mickey Mouse out here. We are going to be doing a few additional quests in the meantime to try and get Cassandra's level up. We hope you guys have enjoyed this first Let's Play look at Assassin's Creed Odyssey. The game mechanics are pretty much the same as Assassin's Creed Origins, which was completely different from all the previous Assassin's Creed games. It is a really big open world game. Some of faster and a lot quicker, which is one of the good things about it. The fact that, as you can see, picking up on the run things like wood and items is going to make things easier. Again, you have the quest system, you have your main mission system, return to Marcos. We are going to be looking at trying to get Cassandra's level up enough so that the next time we come through and we see you guys, we will be able to get a lot farther through a lot quicker. We will also have, at that point in time, some of the additional data downloaded, things like the Dead Kings pack and all of the additional content. That will also be
Ella.
downloaded as well, so we will be ready to go as soon as we manage to get through this. We'll then
You're
start
running out of time until the
DLC.
Cyclops comes for you, Malaka. He wants his money.
Could I have an extension?
When he sails back to Kefalonia, he'll come and break you as soon as he docks, if you don't get it.
Now, let's be civil.
Can't hide behind your glories, Mistios forever, Marcos. He'll kill you, the mercenary, and that little runt girl that hangs around.
Of course, not a problem. I'll get the drachmi.
Good. Or I'll come and watch the Cyclops feed you to his goats.
Ah, Cassandra, I can tell from the smile on your face, Duris has paid you your drachmi.
Who's smiling? I just heard where you got the drachmi for the vineyard. Are you out of your fucking mind?
We can get the money back, can't we? I'm sure it's possible.
So last choice. Is it possible we can try, or we'll get the drachma? We're going to actually leave this option up to you guys, so leave your comments down below if you've liked this. If you have, subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video, and as I said, with regards to this particular option, leave your comments down below. It's impossible. We can try, or we'll get the drachma. Let us know in the comments, as I said, down below. Join us on Facebook and Twitter, and we'll catch up with you guys again in another Assassin's Creed Odyssey live stream video. Bye bye.